In 1990, the internet as we know it was created, an invention of infinite possibilities and unknown potential. There are now over 2 billion websites currently in existence, a wealth of information, functionality, and social media. However, if you dig deeper, there lies more beneath the surface. The strange, bizarre, and dark corners of the net. Welcome to the Weird Wide Web.
Let me in, I'm trying to fuck!
Welcome back to the second episode of the Weird Wide Web.
Woo-hoo!
I'm Yale, and I'm joined as always by Niall.
Yeah, we didn't get kicked out yet.
Kicked out of where? Your living room?
No,
The studio. I mean the studio.
The studio.
I mean the studio. Our professional studio. Yeah.
Weird.
Wide.
Spiders.
Oh, well, we're getting there. Episode 2. We'll get it by 3. This episode, we're going to be talking KanyeQuest3030.
Yeezy, baby!
So there's a lot of weird games in the world. There's like this, which even some that we may cover in the future. There's like Polybus, which is this like urban legend.
Shout out Summer of 84. Again, 2 episodes in a row!
Boom.
Our favorite movie of all time.
A favorite
Shout it out.
movie. Not sponsored, but would love to get sponsored. We know the movie's out, so it doesn't make any sense. But
Sequel,
we're
Summer
going.
of 2020.
Really jumped ahead there. Really jumped ahead. Not a gradual ascend there on that one.
No.
This game in question possibly has cult ties, not just cult ties, but a possible cult recruitment tool built into the game. So, without further ado, let's get into KanyeQuest3030.
Bam, bam, bam. Whoa.
And copyright claimed. On July 22nd, 2013, KanyeQuest3030 was published to RPG Maker by a user only known as Phoenix. The game was described as a hip-hop themed science fiction 2D role-playing game. Completely unofficial and unauthorized by West himself, the game received positive attention early on. Articles from Vice and Wired, among others, praised the game and encouraged readers to go out and play it. However, and the best example of don't judge a book by its cover, KanyeQuest3030 may just be hiding something far more sinister. And we're just going to start off. I'm going to just show you the trailer that came out when the game was released.
Oh,
and we're going to get into it.
What was that last part?
Pretty interesting trailer, right? Pretty interesting trailer. Pretty interesting.
I only saw one white guy in it, so
Eminem. Well, no. So let's dive into, on the like surface level, what is Kanye Quest 3030 and like what is the plot and all that. Well, we're going to take you through that about like surface level, what you get. Because it legitimately did get like a lot of press and stuff like that. Like Wired, Kotaku, like a bunch of people wrote up about this game and gave it good reviews.
It looks pretty dope.
I think you would be really into it. Kanye Quest. You start your adventure as Kanye at his house in the year 2010. You have the first simple task to merely take out the garbage. On your way to the garbage bin, Kanye trips and is flung into a portal. Kanye now finds himself in Bay Area, San Francisco in the year 3030. 3030 San Francisco is a dystopian landscape filled with clones, a totalitarian policing group called the Based Task Force, and worse, people who use the word swag to describe stuff. Also, swag is the currency that you buy items and shit with.
Oh, that's awesome. Swag!
This dystopian future is ruled by a clone of rapper Lil B, who claims himself to be a god. You are then made aware of a prophecy which states that Kanye would one day return and overthrow Lil B. Armed with this knowledge, you set off to vanquish the thrones of clone rappers and eventually defeat Lil B and become the true Yeezy One.
Wow, Lil B.
Along the way, you team up with many other artists such as Jay-Z, Tupac, RZA, and MF Doom. Playing very similar to a Pokemon game, all artists come with their own special moves to use at your disposal. Use at your disposal.
Disposable.
You use it your disposable camera. You know, whatever you want to do. Many playing off jokes in the hip hop community. Like LL Cool J, one of his special attacks is knock you out.
It's funny.
RZA has like the sword of the 36th chamber, which attacks 36 times. Like it's all stuff like that. It's pretty great.
It's pretty cool.
In the first area, you are fairly weak and will want to run from most of the random encounter battles, at least until Kanye learns Sarcophagus and Croissant attacks. You are, however, able to defeat Tupac, once you remove him from his suspended animation, that is. Upon defeating Tupac, he then recognizes your true Yeeziness and informs you of the prophecy to free the country from Lil B and the #FakeBased. The two set off and travel to Brooklyn and Long Island, recruiting RZA and MF Doom along the way. While traveling around, Ye and the crew will contend against the likes of Eminem, Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, De La Soul, ODB, The Jizza, LL Cool J, as well as Eric B. and Rakim, among like others. After countless battles and grinding, you may feel ready to face Lil B himself. However, you first must defeat the notorious B.I.G. clone, who rules over Brooklyn right now.
Oh, PK.
All culminating to a battle against Lil B, the fake-based god himself, in the base church. Once defeated, Kanye declares himself the one true base god and returns to 2010 to finish taking out the trash.
That's a hell of a plot.
That's the whole game. It's very much like a Pokemon Final Fantasy mashup.
That's
like,
I mean, if I could like wet dream a game, that's it.
Pokemon Final Fantasy with a hip hop skin.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so sold. I'm in.
Yeah, no, legitimately, it was like it seems like a pretty fun game. There's like, you know, instead of like attack, defense, and stuff like that, you have diss, rap skill, and like stuff like that. And you can equip your weapons, which are mics, laptops, and turntables, basically.
So sick. I want to play.
It's awesome. It's awesome. But what is hiding beneath the surface? Let's get into that.
Whoa.
Kanye Quest 3030 could easily have been played off as a lighthearted JRPG and slipped into the depths of the internet to be mostly forgotten had it not been for one Pastebin article. The poster explains that after 2 years and never really playing past 5 minutes of Kanye Quest, he wanted to hunker down and complete the whole thing. Throughout the game, the player comes across various computer terminals called based information systems. These terminals teach you how to play, tell you your current task, and praise the base god Lil B. However, one such terminal found in an abandoned building in the Bay Area world stands out when you select View Current Task. Instead of your current task, it displays a barely comprehensible message with most of the letters replaced by dashes and periods, and some of the letters swapped around. The message can roughly be interpreted as ascend and worship the based god. The poster initially brushed this off as another bit of lore or fluff for the game's plot. Then later, while roaming the streets of San Francisco, the player can run into a strange base task force cult member. Instead of fighting, like most others, this member asks the player, "What do you want?" You are then given a 6 blank prompt space to enter anything, any character you want. It just gives you a full keyboard. As the poster describes, for shits and giggles, he decided to enter the word ascend into the prompt area. He was immediately teleported into a colorless, unknown secret room. Kanye, who you play as, is now a butterfly, and you're met with the following text. Congratulations. You have proven yourself to be an open-minded and curious thinker. We must apologize for deceiving you, but we can reveal that the game you were playing until this point was a front constructed to protect what you are currently accessing. We must ask that you do not reveal this area to the public. If you believe that you may be prone to revealing information or do not wish to participate, please close this program immediately by pressing Alt F4 or selecting the No option when it appears. By selecting the Yes option, you agree to participate and not reveal information. So already we fucked up because we're revealing the information.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Whatever.
You know.
Win some, lose some. Kanye Quest, baby.
Yeah, all for ye. The true Yeezy one.
Yeah.
When you select yes, you get the following. The following is a thought exercise designed to help teach you something beneficial. By undertaking this exercise, you will hopefully be affected in a positive way. Due to the nature of the exercise, this something cannot be revealed immediately. This exercise may or may not be restricted to this software. It is important to remember that the purpose of this exercise is to benefit you. You will not be timed. We cannot provide any more information, except that we wish you good luck. You may begin now. Welcome to your ascension. This is
Giving me horror flashbacks to the bar exam. That's exactly what it sounds like.
For me, like, what I really like is, I mean, I love researching cults and stuff like that, but I don't have like a lot of firsthand experience with them. But they're very nice. They give you a lot of outs.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to share the information? Just hit no. Just close the game. That's fine. You want to go on? Oh, you're going out. Wait, just one more time. Are you sure? Are you really sure?
A lot of consent.
Yeah, it's a lot of consent, you know? 2013. A lot of consent.
Kanye consent.
Kanye consent. Now, where you are now, as you are in this butterfly form, you find yourself in a long series of horizontal hallways that get smaller and smaller successively going up, basically. In the hallways are also a few terminals, like the one you access to find, ascend, and worship the base god, and a door in the center that immediately isn't passable, basically. Each terminal shows a unique Roman numeral and then has an 8 blank space prompt area. In the first hallway, if the player were to travel down, they would find themselves in a 4-area room that, when screenshot and stitched together, becomes a QR code that leads you to a website. The link for the QR code was already dead when this pastebin poster accessed it, unfortunately. However, in research and stuff like that, the biggest rumor is that the website that it led you to was an IP logger that sent your IP address and all available information to this cult if you went there. But all speculation, all rumor.
I mean, you consent it twice. I'm pretty sure that allows them to access all of your files.
With no information, the poster dove into the files of the game on RPG Maker, looked at the event scripts, and found all the needed passwords for the terminals. The list of passwords are a collection of bizarre words that barely relate to each other, let alone to Kanye Quest. Confused by the strange passwords, the poster Googled the first 3 together and stumbled upon an unfiction forum discussing a possible ARG for a New Age cult called Ascensionism. The 72 pages of forum posts were all investigating a strange cryptic YouTube video, which has now since been deleted. Very common theme in this adventure we're going on of everything is fucking taken down. Within the many forum posts, he found that a majority of the passwords were also being used in this potential ARG. Other than that, there was seemingly no real importance to the words. In the game files, the Ascend secret is broken into 3 sections. 1, Ascension, and 2. 1 includes all the horizontal hallways with terminals and the QR code room. As you progress through each hallway, the screen becomes darker and darker. The piano swell fades away, leaving only the bell ringing over and over. Oh, yeah. I've got the music that plays when you're in this section.
Yeah,
when you're...
I'm already looking over my shoulder. Like, I'm just creeped out a little bit.
No, it's super, super creepy. This is the music that plays. It's this weird swell and these bells, and if you listen to it long enough, there's some kind of like backwards and distorted vocals that nobody's really been able to pinpoint like what exactly they're saying.
It's 100% Kanye, but
it's not. It's a female voice.
bring out your dead.
Kanye, bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Allow me one interruption. Bring out your dead. Yeah, super unsettling. Super unsettling to me.
Yeah, no, that's creepy.
Yeah. It's like really like offbeat and I don't know. It's just like
core. It's like it's ringing in the middle of my body and creeping out.
So that's playing the whole time. You're going up through these hallways, which these hallways basically create a pyramid, essentially, that you're going through. And every time you enter in a prompt in one of these terminals, each hallway has like 3 terminals to pass their next door. It gets darker and darker. By the time you're at like the second to last and last hallway, it's like pitch black. It's fucking bizarre.
This is very creepy. I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you find this music?
The music? There's a link to the in the Pastebin article. You can still read, and it was like somebody pulled it and stored it.
It's fucking creepy.
I know.
Yeah, you hear that, you're immediately thinking, I need to save this because this could end up in a
this is
murder
super
trial.
Weird. Yeah, like mine.
Yeah, this could be the last of me.
All right, so finally reaching the last hallway, the player enters the last password in the remaining terminal. After entering the final password, you're immediately teleported to a completely white room with one single terminal in the center. This is the second stage, the ascension stage in the game files, is this white room. You are immediately attacked by an enemy with no sprite that is named JFZZJNMS.
Wait, let's try and figure this out. What? JFZZ Gifsinims.
Yep. I think we cracked it.
Gifsinims. JFZZ JNMS. Gifsinims.
Yeah, you don't think it stands for anything. You just think it's spelling something out.
Well, I love acronyms, but like,
well, is that how acronyms work?
No. I'm just sounding it out. This is just a very confusing. I don't even want to guess what it could stand for.
I mean, regardless, this fight is literally, it just ends as soon as you start it. Like, you don't actually fight it. You're like in a fight and then it ends. And then you're to the terminal.
Oh, so like every fight we've ever been in our lives?
Yeah, the fucking badasses we are.
It starts and immediately ends.
It's virtual and not real. Now, accessing the final terminal, you get the following text. You have proven your worth once again. You have ascended. However, further ascension is always possible. If you do not wish to ascend further, your journey ends here. So please close this program by pressing Alt F4 or selecting the No option above. Again, so consensual. They're so, like, you just entered in like about 34 passwords that you have no way of finding other than looking into the game files, and they're like, hey, whoa, are you sure?
These guys, I mean,
you sure you want to do this?
There's a bit of a charm to it.
It's like, oh, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the out, but I'll go. By selecting the yes option, you agree to participate further and grant us permission to interact with your possessions. Would you like to participate? If you select no, it takes you right back to the title screen, and nothing happens.
Like the Kanye Quest title screen?
Yeah.
Oh, it drops you all the way out?
All the way out.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you're in that deep, like...
You gotta say yes.
Yeah, I don't even care. That's just... If I've spent more than 5 minutes on something, I'm seeing.
Oh, you definitely spent more than 5 minutes on this. It took a while. Now, if you select yes, you get more text. Over the following 2-week time period, we will interact with you and your possessions in several ways. Keep an eye out, as some of these ways may be subtle, others may not be. We may attempt to contact you directly. If we do this, we will attempt to notify you of our presence using a keyword. If you still consent to participation, please select the yes option above. Do you wish to participate? Now, selecting yes then brings up a bunch of prompts where you enter your full name and your address, and then it sends off. Well, at least it pretends like it's sending off, because RPG Maker actually doesn't support any internet connectivity, so there's actually no way that this information could be sent to anyone. Which is where I think the QR code IP logger comes in.
That's how it really gets you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there is, like, literally... So RPG Maker was this, like... It wasn't open source, but it was made by this Japanese company, and it was, like, a really easy way to make RPGs. And they had a website that everybody could post it, you could download them and stuff like that. That's where this was first posted. But yeah, they did not support internet connectivity. So it was like really more of a show. I don't know. It's very interesting because it's super, super creepy, but couldn't actually do anything.
So why all of the consent?
They're just really, they're on it. I don't know.
They didn't play lacrosse? Is that what you're telling me?
No Dukalums here. So in this unfiction forum, we've heard the term ascensionism. So I think we should take a moment now and learn about who the ascensionists are. Who is this religious or cult kind of organization. What do they believe in? Where are they? Because so like there's a lot of signs that this game is an ARG, which for people who don't know, an ARG is like an alternate reality game where people will make like, they'll put up a bunch of cryptic videos and the videos will have codes in them. And it's like, it's basically telling a story through like the audience solving puzzles and stuff like that. So that's what people thought this was originally.
Yeah, anyone who didn't know what that was, you're fucking dumb.
Oh, Jesus. We've offended Duke and now dumb people?
No, anyone who didn't know what an ARG is, right? It was an angry roll game.
An angry roll game is where you sit around in a circle with the dice and you go, fuck!
I fucking hate this game!
Stupid game? Sixes? Stupid. Ugh. So yeah, like there's a lot of signs that this is an ARG. Even the idea that like this guy posted this whole thing 2 years after the game came out, it like even kind of has that feeling of like, all right, nobody discovered their ARG in the game, so they're just trying to like push people along. But what is kind of like counter to that is Ascensionism is actually a real belief system, and the earliest like reference I could find of it online is back in 2006. So like well before the game was released. So they're either super fucking committed to this, or maybe they just like latched onto it. But it is like Ascensionism is, while maybe not like wildly popular, it is a belief system that does truly exist in the world. So let's find out what they believe in. Who they are, who's ascending.
Let's see what's going up. Another
killer joke. Currently, it can be very hard to find information on Ascensionism, as everything now comes up in relation to KanyeQuest3030. The most notable early reference can be found in a Yahoo group created in 2006 around the core beliefs of Ascensionism, which, based on like the internet archive of this Yahoo group, they had like 38 or 40 members or something like that. So it's like a good amount of people believed in this. At its core, Ascensionism revolves around the idea of reincarnation. The Yahoo group states that Ascensionism is a new branch of humanism that is deeply rooted in transhumanist movements. They believe that there are two spirits that make up a being, the physical and the ethereal, basically the body and the soul. While the body dies off, the soul lives on and is reincarnated multiple times until it reaches its point of self-judgment. At this point, a soul deems themselves good or not. If it deems itself good, it will destroy itself, becoming primordial soul stuffs. Heavy quotes. The primordial soul stuffs are what create new souls and how like new life is formed and stuff like that. It is also believed by Ascensionists that all souls, before binding with the physical soul, form a pact with all other souls that they will interact with in the future.
Consent.
A lot of consent. We're about to get to the not so great part of their philosophy.
Not consent.
The kind of like twisting a consent, actually. So they make a pact with all the souls they'll interact with in the future. Since the soul formed a pact with all future souls, any harm or trauma to the soul was not only agreed upon, but in fact asking for it, thereby giving Ascensionist believers justification for any harm they could potentially impose on others. That's kind of like the part of their beliefs that makes them a little terrifying and scary, is that like they just like in their minds justify any fucking harm that comes to anybody, which is like not great.
Because in just being, you've consented already to
because your soul that enters that physical body before entering you has already agreed like had a pact with every other soul you'll ever meet in your lifetime of what will happen to you. It's basically like preordained. It's like a really fucking shitty version of karma.
It's consented karma, but you can get fucked
Hard.
because your soul consented for you with everyone else.
Yes.
It holds up.
I mean, you know, it's not the, I don't know, it's like, it's not the worst kind of belief system.
Yeah, it's better than Judaism.
Jesus.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
But yeah, their whole kind of like thought process and all that is like the betterment of humanity, like getting rid of our physical bodies and just having the soul and technology to propel us into immortality and stuff like that. But it's like, fuck anyone else who gets in our way because they've already asked for it.
This sounds like a movie starring like a pirate of the Caribbean or something.
Oh yeah, he did make that thing where he uploaded his mind or something, right?
Transcendental or something, right?
Transcontinental.
Siberian
Trans-Siberian Train Continental
Orchestra?
I think we nailed it. Another aspect of Ascensionism speaks to the idea of cloning, relating more closely to the plot of Kanye Quest.
Now it's coming.
Now it's coming. We're coming full circle. Ascensionists believe that if a person is cloned, their soul spirit is split into two parts, and thus will never truly die or reach its, final judgment of itself. This is an issue for Ascensionists because they believe if a soul lives too long, it will eventually become corrupted by all of the bad experiences. The soul will become twisted and evil because it was not purged of its experiences by death. These evil souls are stuck wandering from clone to clone, becoming the shadow people that you see in the corners of your eyes.
What?
And they also have this belief that there are like a group of 9 that have been infinitely cloning themselves for immortality, and that's what makes up the majority of the shadow people that you see now.
I'm just...
How many shadow people have you seen in the corner of your eyes?
I'm already creeped out. I was checking the closets and shit, and now I'm scared to look anywhere.
But just know, if you see some of these shadow people and they do you harm, don't worry. It's already been preordained. You already consented to it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, they got you. Goofed you.
Fuck.
No Alt F4 on life.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I mean, they're an interesting belief group. As much as I want it to be, I don't think they're very cult-like. They seem more of just, like, a belief in, like, idea movement, at least in the beginning, They just like games. Big Kanye fans.
Yeah. Once the Yeezys started dropping, is that when Ascensionism kind of just stopped? And they were like, all right, let's focus on shoes.
Yeah. Bettering humans through shoes.
Yeah.
Through, like, homeless clothing collections and
Wearing
overpriced
all brown
sock shoes. Derelict. That's all I think of when I see his fucking clothing. His fucking Zoolander. But yeah, they're very interesting. And like now you can see the like in the plot of Kanye Quest, there's a lot more of their like beliefs in there because all those rappers that you're fighting are all clones. They're like multiple clones. So it's like these souls that have not died.
Like Biggie. And
Yeah.
that's why Tupac's on your side at the beginning.
Well, you fight Tupac first.
Oh, and then
he joins your side because he recognizes your Yeeziness.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was because maybe the Ascensionists don't even know if he died either.
Oh.
No one knows if Tupac died.
Well, he didn't die in this. He's not a clone. He's in suspended animation.
Oh.
Yeah. They know.
Suspended animation.
I'm pretty sure there's also I believe one of Tupac's attacks is based around like a hologram. Dude, there's some good fucking hip hop jokes in there. There's like some really, really good ones. One of Kanye's attacks is interruption.
Oh.
He just interrupts the player's attack.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I gotta punch you in the face right now because that was one of the greatest moves I've ever done.
I'm a god. All right, so that's Ascensionism. So let's start trying to connect things. Doing some research, doing some digging, some online sleuthing, and let's start building some crazy red string corkboard theories.
Nice. I love it. I'm in.
In the search to discover more about Ascensionism, it is almost impossible not to discover at least one reference to Ascensionism records.
Wait, like music records?
Music records. A small record label sporting the same eye pyramid imagery from the trailer of Kanye Quest.
Oh!
Though the label itself only has one artist currently signed to it by the name of Nick Lyons. Digging deeper, you could also stumble across the official Twitter account for Ascensionism Records, at Ascend Today. Ignoring the possible cult connection and RPG recruitment tool, the account itself is completely puzzling, spouting incoherent tweets day to day in an almost bot-like auto-generated format. Sadly, like most of the traces of this strange game and cult, most of the websites and accounts have been completely removed from the internet. Thankfully, we have the records of past investigators to piece together the possible connections.
Nice.
It's really weird. There's all these kind of things that pop up, like with Ascensionism Records and their Twitter account. It has that same eye with the pyramid in it. It seems to be connected to Ascensionism. There's some of the record, like Nick Lyons, the only artist signed to this record label.
Does he have like actual music out?
Yeah. Do you want to listen to some?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I don't, like, their website is down, but I think he still has stuff on Bandcamp.
Not that this matters, but is he white or black?
Unclear. Nick Lyons is possibly an alias. There's no, like, imagery. It's not that guy. I don't know who that guy is.
That's an old white guy.
That is an old white guy.
Oh, Ascensionism.
Ascensionism.
Ascensionism? Is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is actually a new one.
This
November 15th,
this
2020.
Like, just came out.
I've listened to this. So there is this YouTuber Nexpo. He's actually really he did an excellent video on this. Nick Lyons, because he's gotten so much attention from this video and people researching it, this song that just came out actually uses clips from the video in the song. And I'm just gonna give you a full-on warning. The musical aspect of his music is noise. It's gonna be rough on your ears. So let's give it a little play.
Throughout this investigation, we've seen a name. Nick Lyons. But who is he? Nick Lyons is the only artist currently signed to Ascensionism Records, a record label that supposedly belongs to the cult of the same name. His identity is unknown. Interesting. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is our guy.
Are you trying to scare the shit out of me?
So that's all I'm gonna listen to, because it literally gives me fucking anxiety to listen to his music. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Basically, it's just a lot of that.
That's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
I thought this episode wasn't supposed to be creepy.
No, I said it wasn't gonna be depressing.
Oh God.
I didn't say not creepy. This is Weird Wide Web. We're getting into the weird of the wide web.
I thought it'd be like, oh, this is so... Wow, like pancakes always land upside down. Wow, weird.
Is that a common occurrence? Pancakes. What is
I
the
don't know.
upside? Well, there is no upside and downside because erroneous math. You got the baby, you got the child, you got the parent and the grandparent. It's 4. It's the supreme number. All right. Upon finding the label's Twitter account, a YouTuber by the name Psychotrip decided to follow it. Within seconds, the account had followed him back, and then within minutes, it had reached out. This is the Ascensionism Records Twitter account, which all their tweets, it's like fucking nonsense. It's like, but thy, and that's the tweet. And like all like shit like that, just like random words, random fucking sayings. But thy, but thigh, but thigh. bunch of horn dogs over at Ascend today, but they're butt thighs.
These souls consented already. Butt thigh.
See, it's not great. It's not great. I don't want my soul to have preordained things for me.
These guys aren't nice anymore.
This conversation did little to provide any further clarification to the internet's many questions. However, when asked about the content of its tweets, they responded that it was for their followers. The account also denied any relation to the game or Ascensionism as a belief. Soon, though, another game would be added to this convoluted puzzle. A game called Calypso, which could only be downloaded off the Ascensionism Records website. Calypso is another 3/4 top-down RPG, which was probably made in RPG Maker as well. This time minus the fun hip-hop references. In fact, there is no plot. There are no clear goals. There did not even seem to be any kind of end game. It's literally like you walk your character around this like maze-like island through houses and stuff like that, and you have these tasks like put on shirt, sleep in bed, like stuff like that.
So just life.
Kind of, but more confusing. You roam around the world with these bizarre sentences cycling through at the top of your screen. No secret rooms or messages were ever discovered in this game. The only thing of note was an answering machine you could find in the world. This answering machine, when clicked on, would play real-world messages from possible Ascensionist inductees, I guess, people who wanted to become part of this.
The people who went through Kanye Quest and consented to their possessions.
No. So, in the Unfiction forums, if we go back to that, in their whole, like this single video that they were breaking down and finding all these keywords and stuff like that, they found a phone number. So it's probably, it's like there's many options in this Calypso game. There's either paid actors just trying to build the ARG or this world, the people from Unfiction who are just like, going along with it, like, yeah, bring me into this, or truly people trying to join Ascensionism. Now, I have some of those messages for you.
Oh God, I don't know if I could take this.
It's not as bad as the as that music. So here are the messages, or at least some of them.
Hi, this is Reginald. Please call me back at. Thank you. Bye. Snowless Bravo, Light Storm. Snowless Charlie, Light Storm.
This is Absurdus. You know I'm still in this. Send me a message. You got my email. Send. Man. MAN 854. Phone number. Time for contact.
Time for contact.
I don't like this.
So yeah, it's like super interesting. There's like clearly some code words that are trying to be mentioned, and I don't know, they're just weird people calling.
I hope there's one dude who just
Time
had the
for
wrong
contact.
fucking number.
You're just like halfway through all the messages you're listening to in this weird game. It's just like, yeah, let me get like 3 medium pies, 2 cheese, 1 pepperoni. Is Gino still there? Gino gives me a discount. Time for contact.
Ascend.
Ascend. I don't know, man. It's fucking wild. So, why deny? Like, why would Ascensionism Records deny all involvement, but then release a game with references to Ascensionism, like available on their site? Doesn't make any sense. Clear references to it.
Why would they even get involved in a game if they're supposed to be
record label? Yeah, like trying to just be like, this is our record label. It doesn't make any sense. Many people had this question and were determined to find more of a connection than simply a name and some common imagery. Gathering all of our references to the game, Ascensionism, the record label, YouTube channels, and other sites, one common name keeps coming up. Nick Lyons.
Yeah, Nick Lyons. I remember that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, weird music guy.
Yeah.
The sole artist signed to a record label spouting cult imagery. Surprise, surprise. Investigators at the time were able to do domain ownership searches before like all these sites were taken down, and his name was on many, like even more sites than what was like publicly available for people to see. Like NS Lyons showed up on these other websites. So clearly he was far more involved. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, all these websites are taken down. The Kanye Quest, the game itself, was taken down from RPG Maker, which I'm pretty sure RPG Maker is, the whole site is down now, but it was taken down even before that. And the only way to access this game was through the poster Phoenix, through his Tumblr. But it was password protected and it's never been cracked. The like original copy of the game is like has never been re-downloaded or cracked or anything like that.
Did they try 1, 2, 3, 4?
Oh fuck! You want to try that now? Yeah, I don't know. It's super weird. I mean, like that's where we are at now with the game and the research. People are still kind of checking in and stuff like that, but we really don't have any answers. And I don't know. A lot of it points to it being an ARG. Like there's a lot of like clear red flags, like maybe it was just abandoned, you know, maybe somebody had this idea and it was just abandoned, but they put so much work into it. Like that's a lot to create a game. Like it was a fully fleshed out game. Kanye Quest was, not Calypso. Calypso is fucking bizarre. But then again, if you're like, who abandons it after posting it getting Steam, nobody discovering it, then okay, you post a Pastebin article to prod people, it brings up more, you make another game, then you just abandon it again. Like it doesn't make any sense to me that it's an ARG. I don't know.
So these, what would you call the Ascension people?
The Ascensionists?
Ascensionists?
Yeah. I mean, like, so there's, like, in my mind, there's a couple of possible, like, theories or scenarios. So either it's a completely abandoned ARG that just discovered Ascensionism and just, like, took that idea and ran with it.
Plugged it in, yeah.
Yeah, just to use it. Nick Lyons himself could be an Ascensionist.
What if he's Phoenix?
He's not Phoenix.
Oh, how do we know that?
The Pastebin poster reached out to Phoenix, and Phoenix responded to him saying that this game was not actually his, that it was given to him and told to be posted.
Hey, you believe him?
I mean, I got nothing else to go on, so.
Well, my thought is that a phoenix
rises from the ashes.
Yeah, it literally ascends. The entire thing is surrounded.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm cracking codes, bro.
We're cracking codes. No, that is really good. That is, yeah, the phoenix is like a great fucking symbol of reincarnation.
Yeah.
The poster child.
And that shit's been fucked over. I've watched Harry Potter a bunch of times.
Why don't they just use the fucking time turner thing to solve all their problems? It doesn't make any sense to me.
But I'll have to get to class at but to know.
That's a discussion for another time. The stupid world of Harry Potter. Oh god, we're losing more fans.
Yeah, so next Duke lacrosse game is on Thursday night at
or it could be like a true kind of like secretive way to try and recruit members into this religion belief system.
Yeah, it's very creepy, and the fact that there's not that much information makes you want to learn more and dive more into it, as like why you would go through an entire crazy game and consent that many times to do it. But how there's not that much information on Ascensionism itself, right?
No.
So if you were going to recruit people, I guess you'd have to recruit them and then keep it very secretive.
Yeah, I guess so. And it's like if it was an ARG, like as secretive and like cryptic as ARG creators want to be, they still love viewership, you know? And fucking everything is removed in relation to this. Kanye Quest is removed. Ascension Records is removed. Like all this shit is removed. And you can find other kind of like Ascensionism places. They had a radio station for a while that had like mixed with normal music to more Nick Lyons kind of stuff, more to like what seemed like kind of codes and stuff like that, or just like cryptic sounds. So I don't know, man. I've researched as much as I can, and I feel like I just keep coming up short on like any satisfying answer to this.
Maybe they've ascended.
It's possible they could have ascended.
And they left us here.
But then they come back because it's just reincarnation. They're not really going anywhere.
So basically what I'm getting is we need to start cloning people.
Oh, gotta start cloning the shadow people.
The shadow people, right?
To make shadow people.
Oh, yeah.
If we start cloning, then we're going to start making shadow people. Well, more shadow people than the original 9.
The fact that you even know this much is, I'm a little creeped out because you make me play video games all the time.
Yeah.
And now I don't know what kind of weird shit you're into, and you're dragging me down a rabbit hole.
You know, I just really, every time I make you play a video game, it's like really weird to me that you don't find it strange that they all ask for your address and your full name, and you just give it to them.
Weird.
You just give it to them.
I just thought I was forgetful that all my drawers are open, and I'm just leaving shit open. I don't know what's going on. I can barely see out of my eyes. There's so many shadows. I don't know what's going on.
It's the shadow people, man. They've been cloned. I don't know. I found this like just absolutely bizarre.
I love how, has anyone in Kanye's camp or Kanye himself ever acknowledged the game?
I don't think so.
Seems a little below him.
Yeah.
He's got his own shit to worry about.
Yeah.
Let's not add another fucking crazy thing to Kanye's plate. This is the lowest level of crazy that he's dealing with.
Oh, very much so. I do like that in this plot, this game of like cloning and base god and Kanye fighting and Pokemon style duels. To me, the most unrealistic thing is that Kanye is taking out his own trash at the beginning.
Yeah, and then I wanted to say something. No fucking way.
No fucking way that you walk around and you go, I'll just take my trash out to the front door.
He trips through a wormhole.
Yeah,
Believed it.
Believable.
Fuck out of that.
Fine.
Yeah.
Get it. I get it. Him taking out the trash? I don't think so.
No.
Something is afoot.
Not today.
I don't know. What are your feelings, man? What other than creeping you out?
I was so creeped out during all of that. Everything's very creepy.
It's super bizarre.
They did a good job of, I don't know, whatever they were trying to do. I don't know. You make a game like that, it is broad enough that I think you would get a good audience. But obviously the people who would find that little hidden kind of Easter egg creepy message would obviously be very like smart, kept to themselves if they're fucking playing this game that much. And then they would probably have belief system easier to turn and keep secret.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, so there's the whole thing with the terminals, the passwords. Like, could not discover any reference to them in the game. Like, you can't find them in the game. He had to search through the game files. So that speaks more to, like, you're finding these passwords somewhere else, you know? Somebody's giving you the tip, hey, go download KanyeQuest3030 and ascend. Here are your passwords, Bonsai and Akunto and no, it's shit like that. We could go through that. Like I started making a list of all the passwords and Googling them individually and trying to like write down basically like keywords to them just to find like any kind of semblance of connection, and it's fucking none. It's all over the place. They make no goddamn sense.
This one thing that has just been running in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Is that Key and Peele sketch where they like ascend?
I don't think I saw that one.
They do. So it's like they're like in a cult, and everyone else drinks the Kool-Aid, and then they're left, and they're like the reporters.
Oh,
it was crazy, and then they're like, "We told you." Like, that's all I was thinking. These Ascensionists are like playing this stupid Kanye game, and then they end up like, it's like, oh shit, that's actually real. We told you we're ascended.
I did find there's like it's called Ascensionism Archive on YouTube, which most of their videos are from 3 years ago. It's all just like weird audio, like distorted voices and stuff like that. And they just posted like 6 months ago another video like a minute long that has a bunch of Morse code and then strange just beeps and boops. The Morse code translates to it's something like gather or awaken all Ascensionists. I don't know. It really seems like somebody's just latching onto it and creating their own, like just doing a spin-off, their own version of it, like just running with it. But like it's I love this topic, but it's a very unsatisfying end to me.
Yeah,
because it's like so unknown.
It's like that fucking unsolved mysteries.
Which one? All of them?
Yeah. Solve them.
Just solve them.
Just please.
What are you doing? Just wait. Don't make the show. Wait till it's solved and call it Solve Mysteries.
You somehow you're just telling me an unfinished story, and you're somehow just putting that out.
I want to tune in. I will go on Netflix and tune into Solve Mysteries.
Solved Mysteries. Yes.
Semicolon. Guess they're not really mysteries because they're solved.
Yeah, just stories. I tune into a show called Stories all the time. Just give me a beginning,
stories,
middle,
stories,
and end. Stories. That's all I want.
It's just the news, right? We're just describing the news.
I guess.
Yeah, but that's Kanye Quest, man. KanyeQuest3030. Strange, but kind of cool Pokemon style hip hop game.
Very cool, man. I wish we could play the game.
I know.
I wish we could ascend.
Whoa! Thanks for everybody listening to our second episode. And again, as always, suggest what weird things you want us to cover on the internet. We love suggestions. We want more. We need more. Running out of ideas super fast.
Yeah. So, get weird, get creative. Tell us about those weird things you find